Whiskey and bullshit. Whiskey and bullshit. Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey and bullshit.
Whiskey and bull.
Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey and Bullshit, episode 4. It's Vanita.
I'm Mo.
Mwaza Carol here.
And I'm Scott Free, formerly known as Scotola.
Right on.
What's happening?
I might be Scotola again next week, but we'll see.
Hey.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm always Mwaza Carol. So
Okay, so let's jump on into what's the tasty treat of the week?
tasty treat.
Tasty
treat.
Drink of the week.
Oh, you gotta do that better than that, Scott. Come on. Bring
Again, that was pretty good. Now
Go ahead,
it
Scott.
up. Bring it up from the bottom.
All right.
Treat of the week.
Tasty drink of the week.
All right. The tasty drink of the week. We're doing Screwball peanut butter whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Oh.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, it smells like peanut butter.
Well, it's
Oh,
peanut
yeah.
butter whiskey. It's supposed to.
I forgot to do this part.
Oh, you got there you go. You
Yeah,
got
you
that.
got
Oh,
It smells delicious
that's great.
and nutritious.
I need some chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Carol, tell us about it.
Okay, so unlike the other whiskeys that we have been looking at, this whiskey is actually a blend that a bartender, like in Ocean Beach, California. So this bartender and foodie that owned a local little hole in the wall place, and they call it a little hole in the wall place. So they had started this shot where they would do peanut butter and whiskey in the shot, and that was their. And at first people were like, ew, but then it got, it caught on and it became one of their signature things that they did. So the guy, his name is Stephen Yang. He's from Cambodia. He decided him and his wife was like, let's make a whiskey out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they created this whiskey. That's what they did. And we have Screwball. And Screwball came from the fact that their little hole in the wall, they was like, they get all kind of people up in there, screwballs and all and other people. So, once they got the approval from everybody, Misfits,
Black Sheep, and Screwballs.
Right. Misfits, Black Sheeps, and Screwballs came to the little place.
Mm-hmm.
So hence the name Screwball.
Okay. Well, to the Misfits, the Black Sheep, and the Screwballs.
Hey,
and the hole in the wall.
In the hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Ooh.
That's it.
That's kind of nice.
Ooh.
That also.
Ooh.
Okay, this is funny.
Oh, it tastes like it's peanuts.
Reese's.
I mean,
Reese's Buttercup. Wow.
Have you all had those wafers? The little wafers that have the cream in the middle, and the old school, they came in like 3 different colors.
Yes, exactly. I know where you're going with that. Okay.
That is the taste I get, like vanilla, like those wafers.
Man, this is good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's
and I typically don't like the sweet whiskeys. Oh my gosh, man. Scott, you smiling over there, brother.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
I had my best time, yo.
Oh, I can see this with some Kahlua or
I got Kahlua.
I can see this with a chocolate drizzle on the
Mhm.
Ooh, ooh,
on the
Some
glass.
Baileys. A little
ooh.
splash in the Baileys.
Yeah.
It does contain peanuts, so if you're allergic to peanuts, you might
Please.
don't want
You
to.
might not want to do that.
You might don't want
Please.
to.
Don't do that,
Yeah.
please.
Right.
Don't do
Right.
Please don't do that.
But if
please.
you are not, have it.
Bottoms up.
Thank you, Screwball.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Thank you,
And the misfits, and the black
Black
sheep.
Sheeps.
That's right. And a hole in the
Black.
wall.
You got to put the
I'm
S
the
on
black
the
sheep.
sheets.
I'm the real black sheep. I'm the black sheep. I'm the real
Everybody dancing, right? It's a
That's
celebration.
right.
Celebration.
In the hole in the wall.
All
All I
right,
can
so
see is that episode of Dave Chappelle where I'm the black sheep. I'm the real black sheep.
Mm-hmm.
I love Dave. I love
We starting off, bro. We starting off a little hot.
So what's good with the earworms?
Earworm.
Okay.
All right. So real simple. My old school earworm of the week is Steely Dan.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. He's they a fave. You know.
Mhm.
I keep in a rotation, but
Nice.
in particular the Royal Scam album with
Mhm.
2 tracks in particular, Haitian Divorce and Kid Charlemagne, which is a personal favorite. Both of them are personal.
Nice.
So that's my old school, and you know, like I listen to that. Those they just pop in a rotation
Yeah,
at
for
least a
sure.
few times a week. So my more current, my contemporaneous earworm is Alex Isley. Um,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. One track in particular, "Wait," is
Mhm.
just
Yeah. She's
super
cold.
urgent, and it's really all the synths and the harmonies, and it's just dripping with urgency and sensuality, and
Yeah.
all of that. And I love that track.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was torn between her and Sir last week. And
Yeah,
so, I ended up settling on Sir. But for me, her she has About Him, and she caught me with About Him.
yeah.
And then she solidified it. She solidified it with
There are so many.
Think
I know.
Some.
Smoke and
The one
Mirror.
with Masego. The one with Masego on
Oh, Good and Plenty.
it.
Yeah, Good and Plenty.
I'm gonna check that one
Good
out.
and plenty. Good and plenty. She got me with that one. Because
I
I'm a
love her
Masego
part in this one.
fan, okay?
Yeah,
I've been listening to him for a few years now. And
yeah.
I'm sorry, Masego.
Oh, that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Okay.
As close as I could get to it, because I'm not
Masego.
real good. Yeah.
Okay, because I've been saying Masego for
I thought that was right, honestly.
it's a G.
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
because it's a G, but his name is
Let me
South
quit. But
African.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Because
so is the G
we respect
silent?
people's names up in here. So
Yeah.
if mama name Masego, I call him Masego.
Okay. All righty then.
Well, I will say that my older school earworm of the week has been Kendrick the Family Soul. Dang, I can't remember the name of the song now, but it's the wife and it's Jasmine Sullivan when she was little, when she was a young girl. I can't think of the name of the song, but it's on the first album. And then Jasmine's new piece. I was trying to avoid it till all the hoopla died down, but
Just say it. Just say it.
I couldn't avoid it anymore. So it's been on rotation all week. Her voice is divine. And there was they were talking about who could beat her in if they had a song battle or two divas going against each other or whatever. And I was like, Aretha Franklin. I mean, without a doubt,
I mean, if you want to dig that deep, okay.
That's deep, Vinny. I mean, you went deep on that one.
You hear me?
What about more current? Anybody current that could deal with her?
I can't even think of somebody touching her. Maybe Shantae Moore.
Yeah.
But it's a different sound.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a different sound. Shantae can sing her damn face
Shantae
off.
can go.
Oh,
she can go.
And what's the girl's?
I tell you who else?
Kiki Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a
some troubling news from Kiki Wyatt this week. But anyway,
we're gonna get into that.
There was a cipher, an R&B cipher that had Shantae Moore and Shanice.
Shanice is cold.
Wow.
Man.
Oh, Shanice is cold. She been cold.
Man.
Definitely.
She was.
Her range. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh. I was like, oh. Ooh. Yeah.
Slept on cold.
Completely.
Because her range is stupid.
That's a bad,
yeah, she's a bad girl. You're right.
It's a bad, completely. So my old school, believe it or not, and this is gonna trip you out, Hall and Oates. This is why I love this group. I love it.
Won't you
trip off of that? Silky smooth, too silky smooth.
Silky, you hear me?
Yeah.
And my new, believe it or not, I was listening to her.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh! I have to admit, I slept on her. That girl's bad, man.
Oh yeah. There's one song with her.
Just don't miss.
No, she doesn't.
She don't miss.
There's one song with her and a young guy named Loner. Oh my god!
Okay.
I cannot get that song out of my head.
Man, look, completely and totally impressed by this young lady. I mean, just that's all I got to say about that.
And you know
what? Now I'm gonna be doing.
On top of that, she's on this song with Michelle and Cello.
Yes, that's Robert Glasper.
Robert Glasper. Man, that's on that rotation with Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man.
It's just nasty.
Just for no reason.
Anything Robert Glasper has touched, that's just not like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Speak on it.
So I guess you done, Mo?
Yes.
Out there. Okay, so I've been a jazzy. Coming this past week.
Mm-hmm.
So my old school has been Bobby McFerrin. And I love some Bobby McFerrin. Like, there's just something about his music that just brings you into straight mellowness. You just gotta smile and be happy. No pun intended. But the Sweet in the Morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that medicine man. That medicine music album. Yeah. That's Sweet in the Morning. That's just something you just be like, oh yeah. It just makes you like wake up well.
That's a good pick, Carol. That's really a good pick.
And Leon Bridges.
Okay, Leon Bridges. newer.
I mean, he's not, that's my newer school, but I love River. I love his version of River.
Mhm.
It's nice. It's just nice. So when I'm going back and forth and there's some McFerrin and some Leon Bridges and a few other dibs here and there, I'm having a good morning.
Yeah. He's got a great song with Lucky Day.
Yeah.
He's got a really great song with Lucky Day.
Yeah. So yeah, those
as always, toast to you guys and your earworms. Just awesome.
Okay, and I want to thank Screwball because now I'm gonna be listening to doggone Hall and Oates for the rest of the week.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
another group that does not miss.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't Hall or Oates. It's Hall and Oates. Together, them cats don't miss. You hear me?
Not at all.
That I was looking at something, and it was funny because I was looking at it this past week, where they were talking about, I don't know, it was a video of some singers from the 80s or something, and they were talking about how they did not like the being called Hall and Oates. That all their albums say Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Yeah.
And they do.
And they prefer to be called Daryl Hall and John Oates when you're referring to them in their music.
Man, I ain't mad.
Man, if you don't take this money and shut the hell up.
But it was funny because there was a granola company that named their granola Hall and Oates. Like calling oats,
Yeah.
And it was an instant classic. Yeah.
And they sued them. I was like, you can't have it both ways.
Right.
Either you Hall and Oates,
figure it out.
or you Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Figure it out.
That's crazy.
Go sue the people for naming them granola Hall and Oates.
In smooth, hey Scott, smooth classic too. That one-on-one. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Just, I mean, come on, man. Come on. One-on-one. I want to play that game tonight. Oh, I know. Macked her completely down. Macked her completely down.
You hear me?
Okay? I'm just saying.
Hey, so I know all y'all got Southern roots. Have any of y'all ever put salty roasted peanuts in the Coke bottle?
No.
I'm telling you. Look here. This is it right here.
Look here. Look here.
This is right there.
Look here.
Y'all ain't never did that?
No.
Can't say that
It's a thing. It's a thing. You put salty roasted peanuts in the Coke bottle. And, I mean, you don't shake it up, but you drink it like that. And it's a delicacy.
I'm gonna take your word for that.
And
Dude, the funny thing is
no salted peanuts in my Coke.
Look, hey, that's okay. First, of course, you got that peanut flavor, but then you got that salt with that sweet. You got that whatever kind of flavoring is in the Coke, like that caramel flavoring in the Coke that's pairing with the
cocaine
peanut.
That's in the Coke.
Okay. Okay, maybe 100 years ago, but that right there.
To the Misfits.
You already know I put some Coke in.
To the Misfits, Black Sheeps, and Screwballs.
And the hole in the wall.
And the hole in the wall.
Hey.
This is
y'all,
really good.
Have y'all ever been in the juke joint and male waiters that came on? You ain't. It smell like fish. and when you order, you order a setup, and they bring you a little bottle, a can of Coke, and a cup of ice.
No.
And then male waiters come on talking about do 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 do
Scott,
what?
That's the,
I think you're going back to Tougaloo. Kind of is messing with you a
no,
little.
ain't nothing wrong with it, Scott. Go.
That-
Take us
But
there.
look, that life, I'm about that life. You hear me?
You know what? We were about that life when we were little. Like our grandparents
The whole
owned a
Noir life.
juke joint.
Yeah,
But
our grandparents owned a juke joint and a cafe.
Yeah,
we weren't
my
supposed to go
great-granddad.
there after dark though.
Yeah.
But somehow you always ended up there. Is that correct? Yeah.
Right.
I know how this story
Hey,
goes.
Come on.
A cafe with a club in the back and a
Mhm.
and
But
a
look.
washing and a laundromat.
Yeah. That's what
Everybody,
we call,
every good business needs a front. How about that?
yeah.
I
Dog.
wouldn't be surprised if there was moonshine.
Come on. That's the wisdom for the week. You hear me?
We ain't even got to get drunk deep. There you go, right there.
That's the drunk deep wisdom. You hear me? Every good business got a front.
There you go.
That's where
Every good business has a front. Well, it's all about diversifying your portfolio. That's what
See?
you gotta diversify the portfolio.
diversify.
Diversify. Shout out to Wu-Tang.
All day.
Shout out
All
to
day.
the Gizzer. Dave Chappelle. You gotta diversify your portfolio, man.
You gotta
Mhm.
diversify your portfolio. So
Shout out.
if you got a juke joint, if you got a
juke-
cafe in the
what-
front, a
What
juke joint in the back, and a laundromat on the side,
You got a laundry. You frying fish.
washing
Selling.
clothes.
You washing clothes.
a laundry cafe juke.
But look, and they
A laundry
got
cafe joint.
penny candy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was Miss Suge.
And you got
And somebody running numbers up out of there. Now, I'm not saying which one.
I
I'm
will
just saying,
confirm or nor deny that there was money.
because this is family.
Right.
Right?
I first saw an actual groupie person that had a numbers racket when I was in Tennessee. That was hilarious to me because I didn't really think that was a
It's
thing.
a thing.
Like it was
It's a
like
whole-
real.
But it is
Yeah.
a thing.
But it is a thing. And I was like, dang, that's like a whole lot of quarters they got.
Sure
Like,
is.
Too bad.
That's the thing.
Telling you, kept families together, kept
Next
generations.
segment, real quick. Next segment, real quick.
We talking too much.
Oh, really? We
Thanks,
getting
Screwball.
loose.
Hopefully you don't get nobody locked
with it.
up.
Okay. I'm just saying,
That was
Next
20
segment.
years ago. Some of them people probably
because
did.
I deal in fiction. I deal in African American fiction, so you know
Oh,
this just if it did happen, you know.
Right.
But since we just dealing with fiction, it sounds
Yeah.
like a great story.
there you go.
Yeah, because you know,
That'd be something that would keep
how
whole
we-
generations tight, keep
Listen.
families together. You hear me?
I got a friend whose mother was a numbers runner, and she wrote a book about it. Top 10 New York Times bestseller.
Bestsellers.
I ain't even
And
mad.
I'm not lying.
not
Get
mad.
Shout
them,
out to Bridget.
get them
You
coins.
gotta do what you gotta do.
What is the name of the book?
The book is called All About Fannie Davis. No, The World According to Fannie Davis. It's
Wait a
by
minute.
Bridget Davis.
Damn.
Shout out,
Just,
Bridget.
Well,
All right.
okay then.
Yeah, okay then.
That's a hell of an
It's a
interview.
thing.
boy.
We'll get that so we can make sure that our fronts are on, are lit. We
Yes.
know what our fronts need to be.
I'm not participating in any.
Scott,
any
you
loose
got about
lip.
6 fronts.
I'm just
Hey,
talking
hey,
about.
hold up. That's
We
why he's
will not
scot free.
confirm nor deny any. of
That's
the
why he's scot
testimony.
free, Carol.
He's scot free now.
Free. You hear me?
The reason why you changed that name.
Scott.
He got off.
Hey, Cole, you hear me?
So let's see. What's the word? What's the June bug of the week?
You want to know the June bug of the week?
What's the June bug?
You want to know? You want to know this June
We
bug?
want to know.
Yes.
You want to know this June bug?
Yes.
Tell it.
Is the June bug what you want to know?
That's what we want to know.
Okay. I tell you what though, I'm going to give you the Brad of the week first.
Okay.
Okay. Did you see that? I look.
I'm going to give you the Brad of the week. The Brad of the week. I don't know. We might keep it. We might not. But this is our American English word of the week, and it is knavery, spelled Knavery. Knavery.
Knave. Knavery.
Knavery. Lack of honesty, acts of lying or cheating or stealing. Knavery.
Okay.
Use it in a sentence.
Use it. I'm glad you asked that question. Use it in a
That
sentence.
wasn't a question.
It was an interrogative.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you use that in a sentence too?
Yep. Give me a minute. You just
Let's just
hey,
go with knavery.
get you a little-
Knavery.
get you a little bit more screwball. I'm gonna hit you. But so using a sentence, trust no one. The king's court is a hotbed of intrigue and malicious knavery.
The King's
Okay.
Court. What about the
Brad.
Capitol building?
Mm.
I was just gonna let us apply that to our current circumstances. It just so happens every week that these words apply to our to our lives, to the news of the week. It just so happens. So
What happens? Okay.
I'm gonna let us use our kuumba, our creativity, in applying those to current events.
Okay.
But that's the word.
The King's
Knavery.
Court. Okay.
Yeah.
I
All right.
like it.
So then
Knavery.
it's settled. Knavery.
I'm not gonna play with you.
All right. And so the June bug, I got the June bug now.
Okay.
The June bug of the week, and that is our AAVE, or for some folks, is the ebonical word of the week.
Ebonical.
The ebonical, that's
Hey.
right, the ebonical. See?
Monocle.
Ebonical. All
Yeah,
right.
hey, catch up, Mustard. You hear me? Catch up.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Ebonical. I'm ready.
Ebonical.
Our AAV, or African American Vernacular English word of the week, for henceforth, now and forever, lovingly called the June bug of the week, because we all got a partner or a cousin or a family member named Junebug, and they like the countryest person we know. All right, so the Junebug of the week is bagging up. BAGGIN apostrophe up UP, bagging up.
I don't
Bagging
even know what that is.
You don't know?
The regular.
That sounds like an interrogative. So you don't know what that means?
Oh, hey, all I'm gonna do is this. That's all I'm gonna do.
Misfits.
Junebug.
And you know what, Mo?
Misfits.
I wouldn't doubt that term came up out of some screwball type shenanigans.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right. Okay. So just a little bit of background, just a little bit. I got a partner named Junebug. Shout out to Junebug. Holding
Shout
it down.
out Junebug.
My guy.
Shout out, Junebug.
One of my
Yeah.
main guys for decades, right? Junebug is the countryest cat I know, from Greenwood, Mississippi. I went to Tougaloo with him. He is also half Korean.
Is he married?
Yo, yeah. No, Junebug is a family man.
Now you
I mean,
missed the
for real.
point, Scott Free. You missed the point.
I did. I be
Go ahead. I'll bring it back around. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead. I
yeah,
got
yeah.
Keep
All right,
going.
I'm sorry.
Let's get the June bug out.
Junebug, that's my heart. That's my guy. Anyway, so among our among all our partners at Tuglu,
Mhm.
we used to play. Yeah, I mean, y'all, I'm sure had similar experiences. We used to play spades till the cows come home. You know, homework all to be damn. You know, forget all the homework. You know, whatever.
Don't
Uh,
renege. I'm gonna flip the table. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
but
I
and so here's the thing: when you get set,
Mhm.
what you do?
Flip the table.
You bag up. No,
you.
when you get set, you bag up.
Bagging up.
You bag up. So the definition of bagging up, which can be applied generally, the
Mhm.
definition of bagging up is either performing poorly or doing badly in current circumstances. So if I check my bank account thinking there's some money in there, and I look and it's some triple, quadruple, double O's, you hear me? Then I'm bagging up. I'm bagging up.
Okay.
I'm bagging up.
No. Okay, that did not go where I think it was going.
That's it. You ain't, but see, you can't. Hey, you can't have them kind of expectations because this is the June bug of the week.
But don't
Bagging up.
up. So let me take that a step further. We all have a June bug somewhere in our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You say bingo. But is it me or do the June bugs like always break it down and make the most sense?
I'm
Be
trying
the
to tell
most
you.
basic. It'd be the most basic shit you ever heard,
Yes.
right?
Look, that's why I thought it. That's why we thought it was such a good idea that we had a June bug of the week.
You can't go wrong with June bug of the week, man.
Because
Not at all.
June bug is gonna break it down. You hear me?
Basic on the most
And
basic level ever.
you hear me? And it's gonna make sense.
Makes tons of sense.
Right.
Almost scary. Almost scary. So yes, shout out to
Speaking
Junebug,
of,
aka
June bug bagging up.
Screwball,
speaking of
You welcome.
screwballs and June bugs
Misfits.
and misfits
But we love you, Junebug. We do. We
making
do.
sense and making sense. Mo, what's the drunk deep? What we got for drunk deep?
The drunk deep of the week. Well, you ain't say drunk deep of the week.
Look, you ain't giving me no time. You hear
We're
me?
not
I was
going to do that, sir.
jump right in too.
No, no. Real simple though. Drunk deep of the week. Move different if you want different.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's real simple. Move different if you want different.
yeah.
Move different if you want different.
Move different if you want different. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to explain that, that's cool, but
So,
I think it's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
so Mo,
Yes.
I understand you because I had a thought this week.
Mm-hmm.
I had one
Just one.
thought this week. And it's like that. It's like move different if you want different. And the thought was you got to do what you need to do. No, that's not it. I
Mm-mm.
might be drunk deep.
No, you keep going. Keep going with
No,
that.
it's do what you need to do in order to do what you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, once
Yeah.
you think about it, yeah. If you
Yeah.
won't
Yeah.
think about
You
it,
know, that was when
I'm
you
just
said
saying.
that, my thought came back. Yeah. You
I'm
know,
just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
do what you
Hey,
need.
look, you got to make adjustments. You can't keep doing the same thing,
Right.
expecting this grand result. So you got to move different.
Gotta move different.
You got to make it. It's called making adjustments. That's the basics.
Right.
Drunk deep.
Improvise, overcome.
You have to, man. You can't get through. I don't think you go through life without making the necessary adjustments. So move different if you want different. That's the
Ooh.
drunk deep.
But you got to do what you need to do in order to do what you need to do.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
I think she just got deeper.
That was the drunk deeper of the week.
See how I moved that deeper down into that?
You did. You sure did.
See how I moved deeper?
I like that.
No question.
Move deeper.
I like that.
There's no question that went both drunker and deeper.
It definitely did on that one. I'm with it though. I'm with it.
Y'all understood what I was saying.
Oh yeah, I'm right here with you. You already know. I'm right here with you.
I'm with it.
Okay.
So
and
what's up?
They go with it.
Oh, I ain't.
What's the latest? What we talking about this week, you guys?
What's going on?
What's the bullshit of the week? What you want to talk about? It's tons of stuff.
It's always.
Hey,
it seems like it's always tons of stuff.
What was you and Vanita bringing up earlier? Then we were going to discuss it later. Let's talk about this.
Do we want to talk about this? Do you really want to talk about it?
Tell it.
I really want your voice to go a little bit higher, Scott, because that's just that's
don't.
priceless.
No, that's a whole other level.
You really want to talk about it?
Really?
And we keeping it light. We're keeping it light, but I'm all right. I'm gonna go ahead. So apparently Kiki Wyatt, I don't remember which platform or medium that she expressed this, but she went on sort of a rant about how mixed race people experience racism from both black folks and white folks.
Okay.
I have my thoughts, of course.
Black people in general experience stuff from both black people and white people.
Yeah, but let's.
It ain't just
okay. Just for where was she going with that?
Oppression.
I don't even remember where it came from, honestly.
And what was the point she was trying to make?
She don't know.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. That just fell out.
Case closed. Next conversation. Case closed.
So okay, I'm gonna make two real quick points.
Are you reaching? Let me ask you this: are you getting to reach on this one?
Oh no, this right there. It's right there.
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna come with you on this one because I think I know where you're going.
So 2 points. One, because of what racism is, the definition of racism, right? As a system that places, some folks above all other folks based on the color of their skin, right? And so that infers a hierarchy, right? And from that hierarchy, from that top tier, comes the racism. So, given that definition, black folks cannot be racist. That's number one.
Yes.
Number two is that we love all of our folks, all of the members of our community. Many of us do not even know all of the different ethnic groups that are in our heritage, right? But sometimes some of us lean on a sense of othering, where we other ourselves against black folks, right?
Yes.
Where it's like I'm not like the blacks. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this sounds like to me.
Right.
Uh-huh.
It's like I'm white and I'm black, and the white people treat me bad, and the blacks treat me bad, and
The
it's like
black.
this.
You sound like Trump. The blacks.
The black, and for like in my mind, and again, this is all me, but it comes off as othering to me,
Mhm.
like, and that in and of itself can be difficult to navigate, problematic, whatever you want to call it, or just
Mhm.
straight up. And let me just be real, anti-black, and I'm gonna
Okay.
just leave. I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
leave it.
I
Mhm.
mean, with a statement like that, I mean, where can you really go? What was the
Now,
point?
oh, I did have a third point. Sorry, and
Okay.
I'll be real quick. So
After
sometimes
he pours his
I did.
peanut butter.
I did, but this is steeped in clarity, I believe. So all of us, on some level, are dealing with are working through anti-blackness, right? We're dealing with colorism, all that kind of thing. So
Yes.
we are all operating. We're navigating our lives with varying levels of awareness of our blackness and how it interacts with the rest of the world.
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes we even have those moments where we're kind of color, we may even be colors, or we have to catch ourselves. And so what I have found in situations like what we're talking about with Kiki Wyatt is that,
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, Vanita, how are you?
and and
Nice
look,
of you to
that's
tune
why I
in.
said
How about
that.
that?
I'm
And that,
like, me for myself, I'm chocolate.
right. No. And but that's why I said that, because
Peanut butter.
I knew you was kind of in and out, so you might not have anyway. So I, I have found that too often, folks who come from that kind of thinking, like othering folks, like particularly some folks who are of mixed heritage, other themselves, and they interact with the world as they other themselves. And so they're going to get a response from all people, depending on the situation. They're going to get a response from white folks because racism is real. And they're going to get a response from black folks because they're othering themselves against other black folks. You know what I mean? And so if you run up on a group of black folks, or one black person, and it's clear that you're othering yourself, you're setting yourself apart from our community, that black person or those black folks are going to sense that and be like, okay, what is this, and so I found that there have been some times where folks that are in that predicament don't they don't recognize, they're non-self-aware of how they're othering themselves, but they're aware of the response that they get. So they might feel they'll get resistance, but they don't realize how they've been othering themselves. I'll leave it there.
It's Kiki Wyatt.
It's that
Yeah,
weed. It's that weed. Leave that weed alone. You're confused. You're confusing yourself,
No,
man. Come
not
on.
me. Not me.
Kiki's voice is amazing,
She
but
called.
some of her thought processes
Oh,
challenge me or don't, because I really don't care that much because it's Kiki. Like,
Right.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be listening to her for like how on a perspective on a current event. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
all right,
like
what
you
does
know,
Kiki Wyatt think about this?
so while I think artists and athletes and other
what would Kiki do?
people,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
no. Kiki's perspective.
Kiki waiting on something she should not have. She just gonna put it like,
It's just
You wrong
saying.
for that.
Just
You wrong
saying.
for that.
Just
I
saying.
mean, she's entitled to her opinions about things, for sure.
Absolutely. 100%. Even if it is a little distorted. Yeah.
So, that's I guess basically my point. If I mean, as you know,
Take a sip. Get your brain together.
I know, look, I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking. And I'm just gonna say it for you and be done with it, and we can move on. This is what you're thinking.
Okay.
I love
The second she opened her mouth, oh man, she has a wonderful voice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But that's that shit right there. That's that shit. I want to hear that, man. Really? Really? Case closed. That's that shit.
Yes.
That's all I have to say.
That we need a big flash of that. That's that shit right
It is. You know, good doggone well. So the funny part is all three of you know. Scott knew when he was talking and breaking it down. And Scott, you broke it down so eloquently, but you knew.
I knew.
You knew that was that shit. That's that shit.
I know
when I
what
get
he
done,
was talking about, but once he said Kiki's name, I was like, oh.
My case closed. Case is closed.
We need to just flash a name. Wyatt.
That's that
Well,
shit.
once you get done.
Right there. Right
Ticker
there.
tape. That's that shit right there.
Sis, I appreciate your voice and I want to support you and your children and all that and everything. I want you to win, but
got that.
This is not a subject I'm interested in hearing you talk about because
please don't.
It's a little, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Next order of business, please.
Oh, the moral of the story is that's it.
First, I want to say, everybody, let's have a moment of silence for our mother, Cicely Tyson.
Yes.
Silence.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She done went on in.
Yes. Gracious, 96 years old. Living good life. Living long and good life. Let's get some shout outs to Mama Cicely Tyson. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But we're going to break something down for Mama Cicely Tyson.
Okay. It's the Black History.
We know that this show was done, was it in the 80s? I think it was. A Woman Called Moses. That was some of the worst old makeup I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a great movie. That was a great movie. But that was some bad makeup in that movie. Some really bad makeup. And I just want to say that was some bad makeup.
It's the 80s now, so.
Yeah, you gotta give them
I don't know how many 80s movies we can look at and be like, ooh, that was some great makeup.
Well, hold on. Don't sleep on Thriller. Thriller was some good makeup.
But that was Michael Jackson. That was Jackson
the whole time.
But that was a movie though, V. I'm going somewhere with it.
You're right.
Be like, no.
That was Jackson money right there. That was Jackson money.
You're right.
Right. That was
also Jackson money was a little bit different.
That was top tier makeup artist.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Look,
and then you got to look at the fact that it was like dead people. so
the bar was kind of low.
You could have kind of got away with this thing. You know what I'm saying?
But all jokes aside, though, I mean, seriously, did you ever think that Cicely Tyson would die, though? I just didn't. I honestly think
she's up there with Morgan Freeman and God. You know,
like whatever. Yes.
You was just like
rapping people over the age of 80. We need to start wrapping them in bubble paper, bubble wrap.
Come to think of it, is she really gone for real?
Is she really?
Oh, Scott, come on now. Don't do it.
She transited to another plane. That's all. She's here watching us talk smack about her makeup.
All respect.
She gonna get Carol on that one.
All respect.
You
Kesha
gotta
could
love
breathe
Sister
now.
Tyson. She worked. She
And
worked
since we're
until
on it,
her older age.
this is day 2 of Black History Month.
Yeah.
It is.
And
You know
so,
what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, please. I was just introducing the topic.
Black History Month. I want to give a shout out to Tyler Perry, not because of Medea or any of his interesting movies and everything. I want to give a shout out to him because with Cicely Tyson, he really did a lot that nobody talks about. Like every movie that she got after a certain point, he triple paid her salary of
Mm.
whatever they were paying her.
Wow.
He
Didn't know that.
named he named a soundstage on his. First of all, he
Wow.
bought plantation land and built that studio on it.
Man, speak on it.
And
Okay.
then
Right.
he named a
Yeah.
soundstage after her
Yeah.
and had her come and did the whole grand opening and everything. She got all her flowers and you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
want to give a shout out to him for doing something that the majority of us really couldn't do. But, hey, if Medea got him to the point where he could do that for her, I'm grateful.
Mhm.
Man, his whole setup down there is just
Yeah.
a tribute to good
Right.
African American, authentic Black acting.
Mhm.
So that was a good shout out, Vanita. That was, I mean, what this dude is doing, and I ain't got nothing else to say. Just shout outs. Strong J, Strong J,
Strong J.
Strong J.
Strong J. Strong J. Strong J.
Awesome,
So
awesome.
I'm gonna throw out another shout out because here's something that happened that was really cool. And I say of the 4 of us, I probably know what it was. And that's not to degrade anybody, but it's just to put a shine on the fact that we have great artists that have come before us, that have depicted Black life, that have depicted life, period, you know,
Mhm.
uh, on the canvases that are donning museums everywhere, and they don't get recognized for what they have done and what they do. And a lot of times in the museums, they don't tell you that these are African people of African descent. They just say American artist.
Mhm.
So if you don't know, you
That is
don't
true.
know, you know. So I want to give a shout out because when they were doing the inauguration, so we're talking about the inauguration, they were doing the inauguration and they were doing the luncheon part. And they always have a picture there, a painting there for the luncheon, right? And they talk about the artist. So this time they put this picture up, and I was at home and I started screaming because immediately I knew that's a Black painter,
Mm.
Robert Duncanson. So
Robert
I'm
said,
jumping up and down,
Say
Robert
the name
Duncanson,
again.
Robert Duncanson, right? And Jill Biden, they said we went to Dr. Jill Biden to help us pick a picture for this luncheon. And he's an Ohio native. She's an Ohio native. You
mm.
know, this is the picture that she chose.
Shout
Black
out
man,
to him.
right? Black man Robert Duncanson, who painted landscapes. He painted landscapes mostly of the times that he was. This is 1800s. This. What is wrong with you, Fanita?
Away.
So I'm excited. Like I'm excited, and I'm like posting on Facebook. Like if you don't know why I'm jumping up and down, you don't know me. All this stuff. A friend posted the information, and she posted the thing and her visit to Ohio and the thing. So it was really cool to have Robert Duncanson, who, if you go to the St. Louis Museum, he's right there in one of the main halls. But you don't know he's a black man because it says American painter.
That's how it should be.
So you have no, it shouldn't. You should know he's black. You should know he's different. That this man that's in this hall is a black man.
You should know that, but he should not be identified other. So, Black history is American history, and if we're going to embrace that, then it needs to be put into America. We should know who he is and that he is black and all those things, but it should be labeled American painter.
But until we get to that point, it should be an African American painter, because at this point we don't know that. And I'm arguing with you, and I don't care if you're my sister or not. I said no.
I love getting you riled up.
I'm gonna.
Right, you just walked right into that. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Why did you just walk right into that?
I know how she do.
Yeah.
I know how she do.
But let me say this though. She right.
Mo, can I get rid of you on this thing? Let me see if I
Look,
can.
You actually can.
But, right, you can. But I hope that I'm going to expand the consciousness just a little bit, because I hear that black history is American history. But let's also keep in mind what the idea behind Black History Month is. We're talking about human history.
That's right.
You know, Black history is human history.
Yes, it is.
So we're talking about a culture that gave birth to all other cultures. We're talking about a fundamental way of thinking and living that gave all other ways of thinking and living. And so, and here's the other thing. And since we dealing with this little racism thing, since some folks have made race a thing, let's go ahead and make race a thing for real. Let's put race in everything.
I don't think they want to.
When you're giving somebody their flowers, when you're featuring somebody on on your wall, when you're putting someone's work against your achievements, make sure that you let everybody know this is a Black person, this is a person of African descent, an African person that did this. Since race,
I have no problem with that, right?
I already know. I know.
No, but you know what, though, Scott, you're right.
That's all. And
that's okay. But you know what, though, I'll say this, Scott, you're right. And if you cannot do that exactly the way you said it, then you need to back on up. Just start backing up. That's all I'm saying.
You already bagging up. You hear me? You bagging up. You bagging up.
Full circle for you, Carol. Full circle for you.
Y'all go and look at some Robert Duncanson stuff. You know what I'm saying? Duncanson. Yes, know your black artists. Know these people, because they're out there and they're being used in TV shows, and they're being used in commercials and in print and all this stuff. And you know, sometimes they're not getting paid. So y'all need to know this stuff so that when it shows up somewhere, you can question it. Hey, did y'all pay these people for their stuff? Or do y'all just using it, you know, to emphasize your stuff?
Don't do it, Benita.
Let's make sure these people got their stuff.
Robert Duncanson.
Hey, you better grease that hair down now.
I know that's real.
Hey, look.
Look,
he was taking a picture in the 1800s. You hear me? This
right.
He had to have it together.
That's right.
And understand that this is 1800s. He's one of the first artists to be recognized to be recognized. You all got to listen to this. He's one of the first artists to be recognized for his artwork. You know, this is
Carol
big
passionate tonight. She
Huh?
real passionate. I said Carol passionate tonight.
Hey, I'm with
Oh
you.
yeah, you know, I'm passionate about my artists. You know, I'm passionate about my art people because
Yeah.
we don't know. We take art for granted. We don't
We
know.
do.
We
know
do. We do. I will agree with you on that.
that collecting black art that's a financial security, y'all.
Yeah,
Get
that's
Better
you
than
some
Jay-Z
black
and
art.
Beyonce.
It's financial security, y'all. Black art. These
Mhm.
black artists, they worth money. Get you some financial security. Buy black art.
Speaking of
No, for real. Speaking of that, let me just add that message was brought to you by Screwball.
The passion comes from the peanut butter.
to the Misfits, the Black Sheep, and the Screwballs, and the what was the other thing?
That's
The
it. That's it.
Hole in the wall.
The Black Sheep, Misfits, and Screwballs.
But it has something to do with off the walls.
Off in the hole. Off
No, the hole in the wall.
the hole in the wall.
In the hole in the
Just
wall.
wrote a PSA.
And since we're talking about Misfits,
Yo.
since we're talking about Misfits, have y'all tried to do that Junebug dance? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Y'all ain't seen the TikToks? It's like all over the
No.
place. Oh.
No. You asked if we tried to do the dance. No, we seen the
But you seen the TikToks though.
the TikTok.
I see you. I
tried to
see
do
you.
the dance.
I see you keeping up with the TikToks. I ain't that one though. I ain't.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, funny thing. I teach elders art. My elders was talking about being on TikTok.
Mm.
These 65 and older now.
Better recognize.
They was talking about being on TikTok, but they wasn't talking about no dances. They were talking about other stuff on TikTok.
What other stuff? Playing what? Playing bingo? What?
No, they
No,
wouldn't. I guarantee you. They wouldn't.
the other stuff on TikTok.
You talking
They
about the
talking
silhouette?
about
The silhouette
other
challenge?
stuff on
Have
TikTok.
Are you talking about that lovely silhouette challenge?
Yes.
Hey, Scott.
They
Scott,
up there
you so
talking about the TikToks, right? And
That exercise in black body autonomy.
that just happened. That just happened.
If you never heard elders 65 and over talk about sexuality and sexual things, you have not lived.
All right now.
Man, I bet you that's probably some of the realest conversation like ever.
Man, some of the stuff they were saying, I was like, oh my God.
And guess where it happened? Guess where it happened? In the hole in the wall.
Class is over. We are done. I'm leaving. I can't do this with y'all. I can't. Because y'all are teaching me
They
stuff
know.
that I wasn't privy to.
Old folks.
Look, they know because they done live.
That's history.
I was like, oh no.
Look,
I don't want to hear that. Oh no.
They done did all of that, but it just wasn't. It wasn't for everybody to see.
Yes, but now
now it's for
everybody to tell.
They don't let somebody come up in the room and they in there and they turn this red light. Well, first they turn the phonograph on. And
it used to be blue lights.
Look, but and so it'd be like and look, and then the red light come on, and they in the doorway. They know this ain't look, baby. Ain't nothing new under the sun. You hear me?
Right.
I think the children have the lights wrong. Isn't it blue lights in the basement in the red light district?
I think it's what it is now.
That's too much math for me.
Christmas parties had the blue lights, and the prostitutes was the red light district.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Anita,
but I
let's
mean,
just say purple lights all around.
but see, and again, that's how we come back to body autonomy. You hear me?
Purple lights for everybody. Day. Purple lights for everybody.
You know what though? What were they drinking back then, though, Scott? Moonshine. That's what
You
they
hear
were
me?
drinking.
Mogan David.
I want
Right.
to say this. I want to say this. I watched that Megan Thee Stallion video for Body, and I don't know. My knees haven't worked like that since like 1997.
77. I'm just saying, Vanita, let's be real.
I'm just
What is the?
they worked in 97. There's a
Playing.
man she was a kid in 97, so they
What
worked.
is the fascination with this generation and Megan Thee Stallion?
I mean, really,
fine.
really, no, really, you answer
You
that.
don't know?
Take
Well, you
yourself
know,
back to 21 and hormones.
I'm just
Really
asking a question.
answer that question.
I'm just asking a question.
I think you already know the answer, bruh.
all right.
Already know the
So
answer.
you know what? I think at this point we're gonna go ahead and save Megan for the next show.
All right.
We're going to take a 2-week hiatus, and we're gonna come back with 4 more episodes, and you know, dig in. So if you have any questions or you have some things you want us to talk about while we're in the middle of a libation, we can
Let's just be
Send
clear.
your questions below.
please email us at whiskeyandbull@gmail.com. I want to thank Screwball, even though they didn't really sponsor us or anything, but it's quite tasty. We went out and bought this, yo.
Really?
It's very tasty, though. I'm
Really?
really happy.
You just put our business in the street like
All
that?
this free press and
What?
everything.
You just put our business in the street like that? Really?
Got the
Oh,
yes disclaimer
If you,
at the bottom of the
want
page.
your whiskey sponsored, you
And
know, email us at the below. You know,
That right there. Right
got
there.
something you want us to try and talk about? Right there. Right there. Right
Gotta
there.
let 'em know. Close
Whiskey
mouth don't get fed.
bullshit at whiskeyandbull@gmail.com. Yes, that's it. Questions, you know, we take it all.
We really do.
We might even answer some of it.
All right. Y'all be good.
There you
Yeah.
go. I mean, enough said.
What you doing?
Okay.
Yeah.
Doing way too much. That's what I'm doing.
Okay,
Something.
We'll see
Yeah.
you next time on Whiskey and Bullshit.
Holla.
Holla. Enjoy that screwball.
You hear me? Hit it.